Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. On this video I am going to be giving you a preview for the PSG Manchester United game in the Champions League tomorrow night, 8 o'clock kickoff. It is our first game in the group stage. Now don't forget, last year we knocked PSG out of the last 16. We beaten them by 3-1. Don't forget, we overcame a 2-goal deficit because we was 2-0 down from the first leg. But this is going to be a test for Manchester United. Now, we recently had a good win. We beat Newcastle by 4-1. Now, give you a bit of PSG's news anyway. Neymar has confirmed that he is fit to play because I think he's recently been injured. As it stands at the moment, Neymar is the most expensive player in the world. There's quite a few players though that are out for PSG, I heard. I think they've got that Juan Bernat out. Danilo Pereira. Julian Draxler has been out for them. Leandro Paredes, I think he's also unavailable. Marco Verratti, I think he's recently been out. Mario Icardi, I think he's unavailable. Marquinhos, I think he's also unavailable. And I think they've also got another player out. So this is good news from a Manchester United perspective. Obviously, Ander Herrera, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. I liked Ander Herrera at Manchester United, and to be honest with you, I was disappointed that we got rid of him because I think he enjoyed a good 5 years at Manchester United. I was reading reports not so long ago, and it says that Ander Herrera may not be able to play because I heard that he's recovered from coronavirus or something like that. Angel Di Maria, he'll also be another player that's reuniting with Manchester United. And Edinson Cavani, I'm hopeful that he can make his debut for the club tomorrow. And Edinson Cavani will obviously be reuniting with his former club at PSG. Edinson Cavani did endure 7 years with PSG. He scored 200 goals in 301 games in all competitions. Scored 50 goals in 116 internationals for Uruguay. When PSG got him, I think they paid around, was it £55 million in from Napoli. Now, I think Edinson Cavani will be the next Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Manchester United. I really, really do. But he wasn't available to play against Newcastle, was he, recently? Edinson Cavani. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, obviously. We got him on a free transfer. Edinson Cavani signed a 2-year contract with the club worth over 200 grand a week, and obviously he is our new number 7. PSG have also got Kylian Mbappe, who's obviously very, very good. I heard rumours, was it during the summer, that he could leave PSG, Kylian Mbappe, next summer. Liverpool have been in for him before. We've inquired about his availability, like I mentioned. Kylian Mbappe is the second most expensive player in the world. But yeah, so let me go through with you how Manchester United could line up in this game. So I think he's probably going to stick with David De Gea in goal, unless he decides to put Dean Henderson in goal. And I've already said that Solskjaer should put Dean Henderson as our number one, because I think Dean Henderson is reliable enough to become our number one goalkeeper, because Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him. Dean Henderson's been at Manchester United since the age of 14, so he has been part of the club for several years. And not so long ago, he signed a 6-year contract with the club worth around 120 grand a week. But we'll stick with De Gea, I think. I'll give David De Gea a lot of credit. He did very, very well in the Newcastle game. He made some good saves to deny Callum Wilson and Maximin. You know, this is David De Gea's 10th season at Manchester United. You know, he has made over 400 appearances for the club in all competitions. He's made over 300 appearances in the Premier League. And De Gea has won everything domestically at the football club, and he has won individual awards reflecting on his good run of performances over the years. There's a chance De Gea could leave the club next summer, and when he does leave Manchester United, he will go back to Spain. We paid just over £18 million for De Gea from Atletico Madrid back in 2011. I think probably De Gea has probably had around 7 good years, if I'm going to be honest with you, because in the last couple of years, he has been a liability, reflecting on the calamitous mistakes he's made. I think at right back, we will stick with Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was absolutely superb in the 4-1 win against Newcastle. Wan-Bissaka scored his first goal for the club in his 50th appearance. And it was good to see him rejuvenate himself, because apart from the Newcastle game, Wan-Bissaka hasn't had the best of starts to the season. This season's Wan-Bissaka's 2nd season at the club. We got Wan-Bissaka in a deal worth £50 million from Crystal Palace last summer. I think the centre-halves, we will go with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. We'll stick with them two. Victor Lindelof was okay against Newcastle. You know, he weren't outstanding, like I mentioned on my match reaction. He made some good blocks, did Lindelof, but he's not on the same level as Harry Maguire. There's a possibility, chance that, you know, we could offload Lindelof maybe next year, or maybe in the next couple of years. Lindelof's endured 3 years or so now at Manchester United. We paid £30 million in from Benfica back in 2017. Harry Maguire, he was absolutely superb against Newcastle. Harry Maguire got his name on the score sheet against Newcastle. Not only that, he had a good chance in the game, so he could have scored again. I thought he was very, very good with his head. His distribution was also very good. And it was good to see Harry Maguire rejuvenate himself, because, again, had a bad start to the season. Solskjaer was saying prior to the Newcastle game that he's backing Harry Maguire to bounce back from his early season troubles, because not so long ago, Harry Maguire got sent off in England's 1-0 defeat to Denmark. And he was a doubt for the Newcastle game, weren't he? Because he did sustain that knock, like Solskjaer confirmed. He's obviously our captain. You know, there has been a lot of Manchester United fans saying that we need to take the captaincy off him. But hopefully he can continue now playing like that, like he did against Newcastle. You know, this season's his 2nd season at the club. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, because we paid £80 million for Harry Maguire. Now, left back, I think we'll be going with Alex Telles. Tomorrow should be making his debut for the football club. He didn't play any part at all in the 4-1 win against Newcastle. Alex Telles, I actually don't know why. I think Alex Telles is going to be a good signing for Manchester United. We got him on deadline day. Got him for just over £15 million with add-ons included. he did sign a 4-year contract with the football club with an option of a further year. I think he's wearing the number 27 shirt. In the game against Newcastle, we went with Luke Shaw. Like I said, Luke Shaw wasn't that bad. Obviously, he got the own goal in the first 2 minutes. But then, obviously, he grew into the game against Newcastle. But Luke Shaw was our first choice left back for such a while. But now, obviously, Alex Telles is going to be our first choice left back. The two in the mid, I think we're going to go with Paul Pogba and Nemanja Matic. Paul Pogba didn't start the game against Newcastle, but he did come off the bench. Paul Pogba has got to improve because I think he's endured a bad start to this season. Don't forget, we recently triggered that 12-month extension on Paul Pogba's contract. That keeps him at Manchester United until June 2022. Fabrizio Romano also confirmed this. But I'm still expecting Paul Pogba to leave the football club next summer. Despite us triggering that 12-month extension on his contract, we can cash in for him now next summer. Now, don't forget, the other week, Paul Pogba made an admission saying that one day he wants to join Real Madrid. Last year, Paul Pogba was talking a lot about Real Madrid and Zinedine Zidane, and he also mentioned that he wants to leave Manchester United because he's seeking for a new challenge. Mundo Deportivo said last week that Barcelona were interested in signing Paul Pogba on a free next summer. This was before it was announced that we triggered the 12-month extension on his contract. There's obviously been narratives of him going back to Juve because he did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus. But the vast majority of his performances at Man United have been totally comparison to his ones at Juventus. This season is Paul Pogba's 5th season at Manchester United since he rejoined from Juventus back in 2016. Pogba has made over 100 appearances for us in all competitions. He has won 2 trophies at the club, and that was the Europa League and the League Cup. He sustained a few injuries as a Man United player. For the vast majority of last season, he had that ankle injury, so didn't really have a perception on him. But as it stands at the moment, he's our most expensive signing because we paid £89 million for him. Now, I think before the start of this season, Pogba's agent, Mini Raiola, came out and said that Pogba wants to stay and he will hold talks over a new contract. And it came out, was it, a few weeks before the end of last season, saying that Pogba was close to signing a 5-year contract with the club. Yeah. But he's had some good periods as a Manchester United player. He did well towards the end of last season, Pogba, and he did well in that 3-month period when Solskjaer was the interim manager. Nemanja Matic, he didn't start against Newcastle, but he obviously came off the bench. Matic, I don't think he's had the best of starts of the season. I think he did well towards the end of last season, though. I think aspects of his game have really improved. Matic has endured 3 years or so at Manchester United. Got him in a deal worth £40 million from Chelsea back in 2017. Wasn't so long ago, Matic signed a 3-year deal with the club. McTominay, he could be involved in the game. I think he'll probably come on as a substitute. I think Bruno Fernandes will start ahead of Paul Pogba and Nemanja Matic. Bruno Fernandes was absolutely exceptional in the 4-1 win against Newcastle. Bruno Fernandes scored. Also got the assist for Marcus Rashford's 4th. He also missed a penalty, Bruno Fernandes, and he had a goal disallowed. Bruno Fernandes has definitely made the difference in the team. Bruno Fernandes has been at Manchester United now for over 8 months. We got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January. We paid just over £46 million for him, I think. And Fernandes signed a 5-year deal with the club with an option of a further year. You know, Bruno Fernandes last week denied that he had a bust-up with Solskjaer. And Fabrizio Romano revealed that Bruno Fernandes hasn't got a problem with Solskjaer. Because there was reports coming out saying that Bruno Fernandes has lost faith in Solskjaer. He wants Solskjaer out of the club. And it says he was also infuriated with the board over the lack of signings. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes won some Matt Buzzer Player of the Year award, don't forget. He's won Premier League Player of the Month, is it around 3 times, reflecting on his good run of performances. And The Sun recently said that Real Madrid and Barcelona are interested in Bruno Fernandes. But like I said, you know, The Sun isn't a reliable source. Donny van de Beek, now, he's not yet made his full debut for the football club. He didn't obviously, start against Newcastle. He did come on, though, in the Newcastle game. Solskjaer insists that Donny van de Beek will start in the coming weeks. I don't think he'll start tomorrow, but I think he'll come on probably. You know, Donny van de Beek has enjoyed a fantastic start to his Manchester United career. We got Donny van de Beek for around £40 million from Ajax. He signed a 5-year contract with us with an option of a further year, and he currently wears the number 34 shirt. I think Solskjaer's considering putting Donny van de Beek on the left-hand side, changing his position. I think on the left-hand side, we are going to go with Marcus Rashford. Rashford will keep his place in the team because he performed very, very well against Newcastle. In the game against Newcastle, Rashford got 2 assists. He also scored. He also won the penalty that Fernandes obviously missed. And he had other chances, so he could have scored more than 1 goal. You know, Rashford's really, really improved under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Rashford has been part of the club for several years. Rashford is now the age of 22, and he's been at United since the age of 7, so he's been with us around 15 years. And he's been in our senior squad since 2016, Marcus Rashford. Now, on the right-hand side, I think we'll either go with Juan Mata. If not Juan Mata, we will go with Mason Greenwood. We could actually, stick with Juan Mata because Juan Mata did play in the 4-1 win against Newcastle. I thought Juan Mata was superb, by the way, against Newcastle. Juan Mata obviously got the assist for Harry Maguire's equaliser. Juan Mata also kept the ball well. His hold-up play was good. He created loads of space. Got some good runs in behind Juan Mata. And Juan Mata, I think, will stay at Manchester United for the present time. You know, Juan Mata's enjoyed 6 years at the football club. He scored 50 goals in 258 appearances in all competitions. We paid just under £40 million for Mata from Chelsea back in 2014. And I said he should play more regularly because he does make an impact when he plays. He's had a good start this season. He didn't only do well in the Newcastle game. He did well in both our Carabao Cup games against Luton and Brighton. And I think in them games he got given man of the match. But Juan Mata, let's be honest, has lost that yard of pace. He recently rejected an $18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. But yes, I'm going to go with Juan Mata on that right-hand side. And maybe, Greenwood will come on in the game. Greenwood didn't play any part against Newcastle. Solskjaer confirmed he wasn't fit enough to play. And I think up top, we are going to go with Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial didn't play against Newcastle. Main explanation is because Martial got sent off in our 6-1 defeat to Tottenham before the international break, and he got given a free match suspension. Now, obviously, he's served 1 game and he's got 2 games to serve in the Premier League. So, Martial won't be available for the Chelsea game in the league, and he won't be available for the Arsenal game, if I'm right. But yeah, he'll be available to play in this game against PSG, Anthony Martial. Martial, to be honest with you, hasn't enjoyed the best of starts to this season. I still think he's very good. You know, last season he was exceptional under Solskjaer. I thought he was very good in his debut season under the Louis van Gaal era. Martial's endured over 5 years now at Manchester United. So that's how I think we could line up in the game tomorrow. Edinson Cavani, I think he'll come on in the game. Like I mentioned, I don't think he will start. But this is going to be a difficult game for Manchester United. PSG, by the way, did get to the Champions League final last season, but they did lose against Bayern Munich by 1-0. PSG's current manager is Thomas Tuchel. The other teams we've got in our group, as you all know, is RB Leipzig. That's another tough opponent for us. And we've obviously got Istanbul, Başakşehir. You know, we've probably got the hardest group. We got knocked out, didn't we? We got knocked out in the last 8 last season, didn't we? We lost to Barcelona 4-0 on aggregate. The last time we won the Champions League was back in 2008 in Moscow when we beat Chelsea on penalties. We won the Champions League 3 times. We did get to the final though in 2009 and 2011. We played Barcelona both times and obviously lost 2-0 and 3-1. So that is your preview for the game. Now, like I said to you yesterday, I think the pressure has eased off Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his job is safe for now, reflecting on that 4-1 win against Newcastle. Now, if we hadn't beaten Newcastle, then I think Solskjaer could have been sacked as Manchester United manager. We've played 4 games so far this season in the league. We've won 2 and we've lost 2. You know, we lost our opening game against Crystal Palace by 3-1. We lost to Tottenham 6-1. And we beaten Newcastle 4-1 recently, and we beaten Brighton by 3-2. In reality, we shouldn't have beaten Brighton. It should have ended 2-2. Solskjaer has managed nearly 100 games now for Manchester United. And he's won over 50 games as Manchester United manager. And Solskjaer's been at the football club now for almost 2 years. We appointed him in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. And he's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019, sorry. And obviously, this season is his second full season at the football club. And I've already gone through with you what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to do to avoid getting the sack at Manchester United. I said he's obviously got to exceed his expectations. And I said what would represent a good season for Man United this season would be to finish in the top 4, maybe the top 2 or top 3 if possible, and win a trophy. You know, we've not yet won out in terms of silverware under Solskjaer, and we haven't won a trophy for over 3 years. Like I said, there's players that have obviously got to improve. There's players that have been underperforming, but there were players that really did step up to the plate in the 4-1 win against Newcastle. Solskjaer's obviously got to improve his decision making because in a lot of his games at Manchester United, he's been very tactically naive, you know. But like I've said to you, I want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's managerial tenure to work out because at the end of the day, I do like him a lot. You know, he's a club legend, great player for the football club for 11 years, flourished under Ferguson's guidance. But I think that form win against Newcastle doesn't really change my perception on Solskjaer. I still don't think he's the right manager for Manchester United. I hope I'm proven wrong. I don't think he's good enough to succeed as a manager because he hasn't got that proven pedigree. Manchester United is the third club in his managerial career. But to be fair, he's gained managerial experience, reflecting how long he's been with us. Solskjaer's just got under 2 years left on his current contract. He's under contract with Man United until 2022. And if we did decide to sack him whenever, you know, we'd have to probably pay around £4 million. But to be honest with you, wouldn't really. Some United fans don't think it would really solve a lot if we did sack Solskjaer anyway, because we're not really known as a sacking football club, despite the fact we've sacked 3 managers since Ferguson retired. You know, we sacked Moyes after 8 or 9 months. We sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years, and we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. So Solskjaer's our 4th permanent manager since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. I think if we do at some point sack Solskjaer, I think Mauricio Pochettino will be our next manager. Obviously, it said the other week that Man United were in talks with Mauricio Pochettino's representatives, and it said Pochettino would favour a move to Man United or Man City. Pochettino was linked with a managerial role at Man United before Solskjaer got the job permanently in March last year. I like Pochettino a lot. Like I said, he's well proven in the Premier League. He's dealt with top players. His philosophy is good. My only element of concern about him, he has not won anything in terms of silverware, has he? Pochettino did endure 5.5 years with Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his tenure, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. He guided Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final last year. You know, we've obviously been looking at Massimiliano Allegri as well as an alternative to Pochettino. But there is positives to take from Solskjaer's tenure. You know, I like the way that he's promoted the youth, you know, because the young players have been given their opportunities. He's got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended into Manchester United. That's another positive. He's spent over £200 million since he became Manchester United manager. And he's made some good signings. You know, in the summer 2019, brought Daniel James, Antoine Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January, brought Bruno Fernandes in, and he brought Odion Ighalo in on loan. And in the summer transfer window this year, he brought Donny van de Beek in, Edinson Cavani, Alex Telles, Facundo Pellistri. Solskjaer sees Facundo Pellistri as more of the future. And Amad Traore. Amad Traore will be joining the club in January. And we've also had some good periods under the Solskjaer era. And, you know, last season, was it? Second part, we went on a 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions. Went on a 14-game unbeaten run in the Premier League. And did well in that 3-month period when Solskjaer was the interim manager. And I credit Solskjaer for what he did last season, because last season he got us qualification for the Champions League. He also got us a 3rd place finish, 2nd highest we've finished since the Ferguson era, and he guided us to 3 semi-finals. And last season was his first full season at the football club. But in the summer transfer window, we missed out on all of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's priority targets. We missed out on a lot of targets in general, didn't we? You know, we missed out on Sancho. I presume we'll go back in for Sancho in January. We missed out on Jack Grealish. We missed out on Ousmane Dembele. Could go back in for Ousmane Dembele in January. We also missed out on Sergio Reguilon. We missed out on Koulibaly, Nathan Ake, Gareth Bale, Jude Bellingham, Thiago Alcantara. You know, we missed out on Erling Haaland back in January. And I said it was a shame we missed out on Erling Haaland because he would have been an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type signing, wouldn't he, Erling Haaland? But the blame stems from the board, you know, over the lack of transfer activity. And Solskjaer revealed quite a few times in that summer transfer window that he was frustrated with the board. I don't think Woodward or the Glazers are batsman managers enough that we've had since Alex Ferguson retired. And this is why a lot of Man United fans are demanding the board out of the football club. Our recruitment policy has been poor for several years. But I think we are at least 3 to 4 years off from winning the title. Like I said, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. So we haven't won it for like over 7 years now. And, you know, we haven't dominated English football since the Sir Alex Ferguson era, have we? And I don't think any manager at Man United or any manager in general will replicate Sir Alex Ferguson's legacy, you know? Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.